In today's world, almost everyone is searching for financial success. People work harder than ever, chase opportunities, invest money, and dream about freedom. Yet, despite all modern technology, business strategies, and endless advice, millions still feel trapped financially. What makes this even more surprising is that one of the oldest books in human history may contain some of the deepest financial wisdom ever written. The Bible is not just a spiritual book about faith and prayer. It is also filled with principles about discipline, work, wisdom, money, patience, leadership, and human behavior. Many people overlook this completely. They assume the Bible only speaks about heaven and morality. Some of the most powerful figures in biblical history were not poor men. The Bible never teaches that money itself is evil, that the love and obsession with the money can destroy people. Notice carefully, it does not say money is evil, it says the love of money is dangerous. Money itself is simply a tool. In the hands of a wise person, money can build business, feed families, create opportunities, help the poor, and change lives. The Bible constantly focuses on the heart and mindset behind wealth. The first secret formula for wealth in the Bible is wisdom. Modern culture often glorifies quick money, viral fame, and instant success. But the Bible repeatedly teaches that wisdom is greater than riches themselves. In the book of Proverbs, wisdom is described almost like hidden treasure. Wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Proverbs 8:11. This principle is incredibly powerful because wealth without wisdom usually disappears. History is filled with people who became rich quickly and lost everything. Lottery winners often go broke. Celebrities became bankrupt. Athletes lose fortunes because money without wisdom becomes unstable. But wisdom can rebuild wealth again and again. The Bible teaches that wise thinking creates long term prosperity. Wisdom helps people avoid destructive decisions, emotional spending, unnecessary debt, and foolish risk. Another major biblical principle is discipline. The Bible strongly warns against laziness because laziness slowly destroys potential. In Proverbs, hardworking people are constantly praised while careless living is criticized. Scriptures compares wise people to farmers who understand that harvest comes after planting. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverb 10:4. This verse reveals one of the greatest hidden truths about success. Wealth is usually built slowly. Farmers do not plant seeds today and expect crops tomorrow. They understand seasons, patience, and consistency, and long term growth. The same principle applies financially. Small daily action repeated for years create enormous result. Saving money, learning skill, improving health, building business, reading books, and developing discipline may seem small in the moment, but over time they completely transform life. The modern world encourages instant gratification. People want success immediately. They want luxury before sacrifice, reward before effort, and result before discipline. But the Bible constantly teaches delayed gratification. It teaches patience, endurance, and self control. This is why many financially successful people often live differently from the crowd. While others spend emotionally and chase appearance, disciplined people quietly build stability over years. Another hidden formula in the Bible is the law of sowing and reaping. This principle appears throughout scriptures and explains that every action eventually produces consequences. A man reaps what he sows. Galatians 6:7. This is not only spiritual, it is practical. If someone wastes time every day, eventually they reap failure. If someone constantly learns, works, improves, and stays disciplined, eventually they reap growth. Your habits become seeds, your thought becomes seeds, your words become seeds, your decision becomes seeds. Eventually, those seeds multiply into your future reality. Most people only notice the harvest of successful individual. They see the wealth, influence, business, or success, but they never see the years of invisible planting behind it. They never see the sacrifice, discipline, rejections, sleepless nights, failure, and patience. The Bible teaches nothing meaningful grows instantly. Even nature itself follow this law. Trees takes years to mature. Empires take decades to build. Mastery required times. One of the Bible's strongest warning about money involves debt. In modern society, debt has become normalized. People borrow for the lifestyle they cannot afford. Credit cards, luxury purchase, emotional spending, and endless loan trap millions in financial stress. But the Bible gives a serious warning. The borrower is slave to the lender. Proverbs 22:7. This verse is powerful because debt often removes freedom. Many people appear rich on the outside while secretly struggling financially because they built their lifestyle on debt instead of stability. Contentment is another secret financial weapon taught in scripture. This does not mean avoiding ambition or refusing success. Contentment means learning to control desire rather than being controlled by them. Modern advertising constantly convinces people that they are incomplete without more possession. Society pressures people to compare themselves endlessly with others. But comparison destroys peace and often creates foolish spending. The Bible teaches gratitude because grateful people make clear decisions. Godliness with contentment is great gain. 1 Timothy 6:6. Many financially wise people became successful because they avoided emotional spending and focused on long-term goals instead of temporary appearances. True wealth is often quiet, fake wealth is usually loud. The Bible also teaches the mysterious power of generosity. At first, generosity seems opposite to wealth building. The world says hold tightly to everything, but scripture repeatedly teaches that generous people often prosper. Give and it will be given to you. Luke 6:38. Generosity changes the human mindset. Greedy people operate from fear and scarcity. They believe there will never be enough. Generous people often think differently. They build relationships, trust, goodwill, and influence. These things create opportunities that money alone cannot buy. The Bible teaches money was never meant to become an ideal. One of the greatest examples of wisdom and wealth in the Bible is King Solomon. Because Solomon prioritized wisdom over selfish desires, wealth followed afterwards. This reveals a profound biblical truth. Wisdom often attracts prosperity. People who think wisely, plan carefully, solve problems, and lead effectively usually create more value in the world. Another major Bible principle is the power of words and mindset. The Bible repeatedly emphasizes the words shape direction and behavior. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. People who constantly speak negativity often create negative patterns in their lives. If someone continuously says they are hopeless, unlucky, weak, or incapable, eventually their mind accepts those beliefs. But faith, hope, and vision changes their behavior. People who believe growth is possible usually persist longer, learn more, recover faster, and continue moving despite obstacles. The Bible also deeply respects hard work. In today's culture, many people search for shortcuts, viral fame, or effortless success. But scripture consistently honors productive work. If someone wastes small opportunities, larger opportunities become danger rather than helpful. But people who handle small responsibilities wisely often grow into greater success over time. The Bible ultimately teaches that wealth without purpose becomes empty. Money alone cannot satisfy the human soul. History is filled with wealthy yet miserable people who possessed everything externally but lacked peaceful internally. True wealth is not usually built overnight. It is built daily, one decision, one habit, one disciplined action at a time.